Hello and welcome back to Longswitch Academy. This is your host Shubham. In today's video, we are going to talk about how we can connect Claude AI and Salesforce with the help of Claude AI connector and Salesforce MCP hosted servers. So this video is going to be very helpful and very foundational with regards to this integration. So stay tuned till the very end. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, do subscribe to Longswitch Academy so that you never miss an update. Let's begin. So first we'll understand why we are or why do we need this integration, the Claude AI integration and Salesforce. Remember, if you have worked with Salesforce to locate, let's say, account or their matching opportunity, the user has to log into Salesforce, find their relevant account and find all its relevant opportunities via manually or through some reports. So this is a hectic or a multi-step manual process that user has to do, and eventually it consumes more time. But what if Claude AI can just give you entire summary of account or their opportunities by just one prompt? How easier it would be for the sales reps to process such request and get the information instantly so that they can close the deals faster or they can serve their customers better. So let's say I give you an example. Hey Claude, give me my top 10 accounts based on the opportunity value. Instead of doing all the manual work to track all those top 10 accounts with the open opportunity value, what if Claude does the calculation? Claude does the natural language processing and produce the results for me based on my Salesforce org. How cool that would be. In this today's video, we are going to look into that. Secondly, this is about the brief overview. Secondly, how we are going to connect Claude AI with Salesforce. You must be thinking that we might be just taking the data export from Salesforce in a CSV, then dumping those CSV data to let's say Claude AI platform. Then the Claude AI would process those data. But then you are highly mistaken. Here we are going to use modern AI integration tools such as Cloud Connector, Salesforce hosted MCP servers, and Salesforce based secured authentication, meaning that we won't be dumping like any Salesforce org's username and password to Cloud to enable that to access our Salesforce org. Instead, we'll be using MCP hosted server based authentication. That is the standard approach provided by Salesforce to connect to external AI platforms and restrict the information that we want to share with the external systems such as Claude AI, meaning that we won't be dumping the full access to org to Claude AI. Instead, we'll decide how much access we want to provide to that AI tool and what data it can access. So it all depends on the standard operating procedures of integration between external AI platform and Salesforce, with Salesforce's inbuilt security and authentication applied. You don't have to worry about that. So this is what we are going to discuss. Before we deep dive into the practical guide, we also want to make sure that while you use AI with your, let's say, production data with your development org, you should be mindful of at every step. You should know what you exactly are doing. If you are unsure, go refer to the documentations so that you don't leak unnecessary data to the third party AI vendors. So with this, let's begin and deep dive into the practical session of how you can configure Claude AI connector with Salesforce to run or execute your command. Before we begin with the practical demo, let's walk through or let's understand what are the prerequisites for this integration. First, you should have a developer org or a Salesforce org where these Salesforce hosted MCP servers are enabled. And secondly, you should have a Claude AI account with you just to make this integration work. So I have already signed up a free developer org where the Salesforce hosted MCP servers are enabled. And as part of this demo, I will also sign up for one of the Claude AI organization for myself. So let's begin. Before we do that, the first thing that we have to do is we have to go to the setup and create the external client authentication app. This app is important because this will allow us to obtain the auth provided like customer key and customer secret key that is that we will need in the later stage while we establish the connector between Claude AI and Salesforce. So in order to create that external authentication client, what you have to do, you have to go to the setup. In the quick find, you have to search for uh, wait a minute, you have to search for external client app, and here in the external client app manager you have to click on that option, and from here click new external client app. Give it a meaningful name, like I will give it name like LSA Claude AI integration, so that I remember that what like what my app does. I will use one of my email addresses for this purpose, and I'll skip rest of the fields. I will enable auth, and in the callback URL we have to pass one URL, and for that we have to refer to one of the official documentation, Salesforce connector, and this one. I'll share the link of this article in the video as well, but and this one I guess. Yep. And here I think we have something called not this one, but yeah, this one. I could have just opened this link with me, but I just wanted to walk you through that. It is not always important that you remember everything, but you should be good at searching the right stuff needed for your work. And here somewhere I had this URL. We have to put it here. I will share this link in the video itself. And in the auth scope, you don't need to provide full access. We should be mindful of that. So there are two permissions that we need. One is okay, access Salesforce hosted MCP servers, and second one would be there was something related to permissions, tokens, like yeah, perform requests at any time. So these are the two auth scopes that you would need. And here for now keep this unchecked. In the security, choose this one also, and here we have to pick no, not here. Here we have to choose these four options under the security: required proof key for this, and enable refresh token, issue JSON web token based access token for named user, and this limit idle refresh token time. This we have to pick. And once we are done, try creating it. I think this is all we have to set up. And let's see how that looks. It is enabled now. Auth policies, we have these things. In the settings, when you do that, go to auth settings. You have to obtain the consumer key and consumer secret for your app, and This is what you will need in the next step when you establish the Cloud AI connector. So here I'll click on this. This will take you to the next page, which will ask you for the verification code. Let me grab that from my phone and just see. This is like, you should be handy with the email that you are going that you are using with your developer org, or your Salesforce org, because you will need the verification codes and all to get the consumer keys. So these are my consumer key and consumer secret key. I'll keep it here. Don't worry, after this demo I'll delete this application so that it won't expose my external credentials or external client credential for any unauthorized access. But this is, I'm just keeping this screen here so that you know this is how the consumer key and consumer secret would look like. Now this is pretty much it from the Salesforce side. You have to now sign up for a Claude AI, what I say, Claude AI app. Before we do that, one more thing that we would need is go to your setup again, and here search for MCP servers. Sorry, MCP servers. Under integration API catalog, search for MCP servers, select that. This is the key part, because here the MCP servers that you have enabled in your org, it will produce an URL, and that URL you will have to like pass it to Cloud AI. So for now, since my main goal is to read the data from my objects and create some of the data, I would enable four MCP, sorry, for two important MCP servers that are S object all, that it should read and create object across all my objects. This is S object all. Then the second would be S object reads. These are the things that I just want to activate, and the API context also for now, just for this demo purpose. But since I was already playing around it, these are enabled. But in case you don't see it enabled, you can click on any of your MCP servers. You can, what I say, it will take you to the MCP server detail page for that particular MCP server, and you can, what I say, activate or deactivate it from here. But for now, since I have already activated, that's why it is showing as active. But again, if you have to toggle it, you can toggle. So for now, I think you would just need S object all and S object read. Let me go back to that previous screen. This S object reads, S object all. I think that's what you need. And optionally you might also need Salesforce API context, but let's for now enable these two. And the rest of the things that I'm using, which is active, is used by other projects and all. So here, when I go to let's say I want to perform a read. So what I'll do, I'll copy the URL of the MCV server, because this is what I will need in Cloud AI. So here, what I'll do now, I go to Cloud AI and sign up for my account so that I can establish the connector. I want to use this email. You can use your own email, because it will eventually send you a verification code. I'm inside here. Okay, this is the email, and it asks me to verify my screen, my verify my account. It is taking time, but if you have already have your account ready with Cloud, you can use the existing account. But since I wanted to walk you through the entire step, I just created a new Cloud AI account. Agree to their terms, create account. Since we are using it for the demo purposes, I'll go with free. I will skip downloading the desktop agent. I'll enter my name is as Shubham Prajapati. Continue. Let's say I'll enter it as software engineer. I have my own topic. I don't want to use any predefined topic for now. Since I want to run queries against my Salesforce. So this is how your first screen looks like with Claude AI when you sign up for their account. Now here is the interesting part: how you can establish the Salesforce connector. For that, you have to click on here plus icon. Then there you will see an option Add Connector. You don't have to browse the connectors. Instead you have to add a custom connector. This is the important step, that you have to add a custom connector. Here it asks for the name. I'm saying that LSA demo Salesforce, or give it a meaningful name so that you know against which Salesforce org you have connected your Cloud AI with. And here, this is important: remote MCP server URL. Remember, from here, I have copied one URL for S object reads, that is copy server URL. That URL you have to enter here. I'll enter that URL here. It is important. It should match. Now, client ID and auth client ID and secret ID. Remember, in the first step, we have created one external connection client for the secure connection with Salesforce with limited scopes. And there we have managed to get the client ID and client secret that you have to pass here, which means here I want to take a minute to explain this. Here we are not giving the full access of the org to Cloud AI connector. Instead, we are giving access to the org via external client with limited scope, and that scope you can adjust as per your needs. So that is the one important correction, and this is the standard authentication mechanism that Salesforce hosted MCP servers provide, and we are not hard coding any of the username and password in this entire integration. So I'll go back to that page. I'll copy my consumer key. My consumer key would become my client ID, and my consumer secret would become my auth client secret. Once I'm done, I'll add. Once it does so, the Claude AI go and try to what I say, authenticate your org against their integration based on the credential that you have just supplied. You make sure that it correctly picks your org. This is my org, and I'll allow it. This is also an important step, that you have to establish the authentication manually. Once the connection is secure, everything looks good. Let it load. Here, when you go to the plus icon, and it is loading in the connector, you will see that your org is now listed, and through this toggle button you can on and off this integration, but right now it is enabled. Now how would we identify whether our connection is established or not? You must be wondering that. Before we move forward, do let me know what you feel about this entire walkthrough video. Is there anything that I should be improving on, or if there is anything that you want to add, feel free to use the comment section below. So here, what I'll do, I'll run a command. Give me top 5 recently created accounts. Let's give this basic command that I want to get top 5 recently created accounts from my organization. Here, when the Claude AI try to runs the commands or the prompts from its UI to the MCP servers or Salesforce hosted MCP servers, it asks you to authenticate the request. I would say always allow, because I want to use this integration. Now it is doing its processing, and now it says that it picked up my file account, and it says that all were created on August 7 by org farm epic. These are the accounts that I got: Burlington Textile Corp of America, Pyramid Construction Inc., Dickinson PLC, Grand Hotel, and Edge Communications. But how would we make sure that whether these are correct or not? So what we'll have to do, we'll have to go, not here. We'll have to go and search for accounts. I'll go to all accounts and maybe let me just filter out the fields or add some fields for the date. I'll update it upwards and I'll just sort it by the descending date. I think everything got created. Okay. Okay. This I think is not right. So let me sort it by. Okay. Burlington, Dickinson, Edge Communications. I think that's what we got. Okay. Since the date is similar on all of them, it picked the 5. Now, one more test we want to check. I want to create one more account today and I want to get that whether it returns this account or not. Just to make sure. Switch Academy. longswitch.com and I'll hit save. This should create my account, a new account. So here we'll go back to Claude. See, sometimes when the results are confusing, you have to make sure that the AI is doing its job correctly. So I'm running a second test because all the created date was same. So we cannot easily identify whether it is correct or not. So I'll run another account. Give me all accounts that got created today. It is running. See, this was the account we recently created in Salesforce, and it is like what I say, it is effectively or it is very efficiently giving me the same account. So how cool is this feature? This enables your what I say, sales reps or your teams to work smarter. Run the command and the Claude AI will generate the context of the data based on the what I say, based on the information they have available in the Salesforce. So the important part here is the Claude AI helps users to send the right set of commands or the prompts, and within the backend through the MCP hosted servers, Salesforce does or takes care of the data and the security and all the processing. So like that, the data remains within the Salesforce and user interacts with the what I say, Claude AI agent, which helps the users to generate the context or the correct context about the information. Therefore, the user is presented with the accurate information based on their context. So how cool is that? How much time the team can save with this kind of integration, and they will have all the compiled information at their fingertips, and they don't have to wait and they don't have to do a lot of manual work to reach out to a certain decision. So this is the key benefit that you will achieve through this kind of integrations. Now I want to run one more thing. Since I know this account is created newly, I want to know what are the best next steps for this so that I can plan my activities accordingly. Suggest me next best. I'm just trying out this command and just see how it is going to respond. So it is querying, and based on the information available, I will say always allow. It will suggest me what are the next best action for my new account. See, it says this account is very bare bones right now, just a name and website with no industry type, phone, billing, revenue, it is etc. And here it says the what are the best action for myself to do with this new account. See, this can also be useful for training new employees, new teammates, or new sales representatives to take the next best action for the information that they newly receive in the Salesforce org. So for that kind of purpose also you can leverage this integration. See, it says that you can do fill in the industry type, billing address, research and short description. And it also says that since there are no contacts, no opportunities available, I would prioritize completing the profile and adding a contact first. So it suggests the best action also. Now, let's take one step further and see, give me top three accounts based on opportunity value. See, this kind of cross object queries you can also run. Let's say I want to find out what are my top three performing accounts based on the opportunities we have with them in the system. In general ways, I have to run a lot of steps in the Salesforce or run pull out some reports to carry out that decision. But here in Claude AI you can see that it instantly gave me three accounts by total opportunity values, that are United Oil and Gas Corp, Grand Hotels and Resorts Limited, Express Logistic and Transport. And let's interestingly do one thing. We'll go and in the related, let's add one opportunity for a new account, that is Long Switch Academy. New, I will name it as new business with LSA. Amount, I'll enter an amount which is greater than all of them, and I would say it as closed won. Say my opportunity is closed won with the $1 million. Now I'll go back to my Claude AI integration, rerun that same command. So you can have this kind of cross object or cross object functioning queries accordingly. Why is that? It didn't return my opportunity. Okay, I think I have one opportunity with Long Switch Academy that has higher value than this. See, I entered one opportunity in the system, but it didn't return here. So we want to know the reason. For that also, you can use the prompts to Claude AI and see what it returns. See, sometimes as it says, you are right, I missed that, it was just created, which means sometimes AI can also make mistakes. So what do you have to do? You have to be mindful of the response that you are getting with the Claude AI or some AI agents. Just cross check, if something is not right, just rectify your prompt to know more about that decision. So this is what I wanted to walk you through as part of this video, that you this is how you can establish connection between Claude AI and Salesforce directly through the Claude AI connector with the help of Salesforce hosted MCP servers. Do let me know what you feel about it, and do you want us to continue this series, and what next you want us to explore in this domain. Do let me know in the comment section. And before we wrap this, do let me know what you want to do with this Claude AI and Salesforce connector, how you want to utilize it. I would like to know your thoughts. Let me know in the comment section. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, do subscribe to Long Switch Academy so that you never miss an update. Until next time, keep learning and keep growing with Long Switch Academy. Thank you very much.